All right, you guys, we're gonna get started. Happy Wednesday. Just tell me, say hi. If I can't see your face, tell me where you're tuning in from. Sometimes there's new faces that are on here. I will just introduce myself quickly just in case you are catching the replay as well, or you're just being welcomed to our team and you're brand new. But my name is Sarah O'Connell, and I'm an ambassador Diamond with It Works. I've been with this company for over 11 years. And I always say that's so crazy to think about because just like everybody else, I was nervous and a little skeptical about what this could do for you. But I am passionate about what we're talking about tonight because I did start for an extra $500. And that meant for me, it had value to it. And for me, it meant staying home those extra shifts that I used to pick up at the hospital that I no longer wanted to pick up anymore. I wanted the ability to make money from home. I wanted different ways to make money than just working at the hospital so that I wasn't burnt out and I could be home more with my babies. So, we are going to talk about Ruby tonight and what the importance is of Ruby. And I just love it because that's like an extra $500 to $600 a month. And it's a sweet spot for a lot of reasons. And it is where our focus should be, whether you are not Ruby yet or you are beyond Ruby. This is where you still want to focus because this is what you duplicate over and over and over in this business. Okay. So we have 15 days left of the month. You guys, that is such a long time. So I just want to tell you if you're on here tonight and you haven't done much yet this month, like you have so much more time to go. What we do in even 4 days in this business, I have learned like we move mountains in this business, even 4 days left, or 3 days, or 2 days. Like there were times I remember I would be pushing for a promotion and I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember I thought 400 in volume was so much to get. And I'm like, oh, we pull like that in days. Like literally, that's just, and you start realizing, you guys, that what you feel like is hard becomes easy the more you do it and the more you do it. And then you're going to be going for some of these other promotions and you're going to see that you have 8,000 left in volume to get. And you're going to be like, oh, we're getting that. It's just so funny what you start realizing is possible in this business. So we're just going to get down to that. And just know that you have 15 days left. You have a lot of time that just to kickstart and be consistent over the next 15 days. If you've already been super consistent this month, guess what? That's going to pay off. And what's cool is that I always say to people, I'm like, how we run at the month end is how I push myself to start my month because you already get that momentum at month end. Like keep carrying it over. Like don't do the start and stop game. Like just carry it on over, knowing that on the 25th, when we have all the auto ships that run from all of our customers that we've enrolled, that really all you're doing is like tightening the bow, right? You have now the next like 6 days, depending on how much is left of our month, but we do have 6 days because my birthday's the last day of May. So I know we have those days from the 25th. And so, you guys, that's a long time to get exactly the volume, exactly where you need it so that you can be promoting. Okay. So, why Ruby? Ruby is our second rank. Oh, should I do the video thing? I actually don't like doing that. Yeah, Quita always tells me I have to do that. Oh, sorry. Hold on one second. I think it's just from when it's on Danny, I see you. Hold on one second. Danny's like, do not spotlight me. I don't like spotlighting myself either. I like seeing your guys' faces. Okay, so Ruby, why Ruby? Ruby is our second rank. You guys, we have 9 ranks in our company. Okay, and so first things first is I want to make sure that you have access to your It Works app. You can just drop a 1 in the chat if you have that. And I just want to make sure that you also have the boards. So if you have our team boards, you're good. Like we're going to be referring to both of those things. I want you to have those. Those are resources for you. If you are working this business and you are pushing for your goals, you will be using both of those things, you guys, on a daily basis. Okay. So we want to make sure that you have everything that you need. But Ruby is our second rank of this entire company. And here's what's crazy. I want you to go to your app. And if you go and look at this, hold on, I gotta find where it's at again. So if you go and you're on tools section and you go down to business resources, I want you to scroll over to the left. Wait, yeah, that's my left. Okay, to the left. And I want you to click on the income disclosure and then you're just gonna hit the glasses. Okay, you're just going to hit the little glasses so that you can see the income disclosure statement. And what I want to show you guys is that you have to think to yourself, we have 9 ranks. If you ranked up, you're going to do a lot faster than this. But even if you ranked up one time every single year, Would you be willing to give 9 years to make $23,000 a month? Like, I just want you to think about that because so many times we sell ourselves short and we're like, we didn't do this fast enough, or we're not seeing this fast enough. And it's like, whoa, you got to pump your brakes, right? You got to put in the time. But listen, we have 9 ranks. If you promoted every single year to the next rank and a rank each year, whatever timeline that you do it in, you could be making $23,000 a month. I don't know about you, but I gave nursing 10 years at the hospital and I was not making that. I was not making that a month. Okay. So I just want you to see, listen, and this is the thing, you're like, that's impossible. Or, you might think like, I don't even know if I can make $200. Guess what? I was there too, but I want to tell you something. Ruby is the building blocks to our business. So if you can go Ruby and you promote to Ruby, you literally can go to every rank after that. Emerald is 2 rubies. Diamond, you can see it. You're still in the income disclosure statement. You guys can see it. It's a $2,800 average a month. That is 3 rubies. Do you guys know 3 people that would like to make an extra $500 to $600? I mean, that is literally what I banked off of. That is what I literally sold my vision of not wanting to work extra away from the home and being able to bring in that extra from home and $500. That's the dream I sold to literally promote to double diamond in 4 months. Okay. So three rubies, you go diamond. 5 rubies is double diamond. And then this is just still blows my mind. We were at a training and somebody was like, do you know that 11 rubies is triple diamond? Triple freaking diamond, an average of $9,500. You guys, we all know 11 people that we can help to make an extra $500, $600. And the more people that you help, the higher your monthly average is. Okay. So I just want you to know that when we sit and overcomplicate or we're second guessing it, just don't. You just have to be looking for the people who you can help. Okay. And literally, this is what I focus on, even as an ambassador diamond. Okay. This is exactly what I focus on, is what I teach you guys to do from the start. From as a brand new distributor, I myself am like, who can I help? Who's looking to make extra income? Where are the moms at that want more time at home, but they want the freedom, they want the flexibility, they want the financial stability that comes with this, And then I think to myself, how can I help them make $500, $600? And I see how many rubies I can pop. And then we go from there. So just know that Ruby is huge. It's a game changer for most people that are joining and getting their business started. You guys have to know that an extra $500, like statistics show that keeps many people from filing bankruptcy. It is the number that helps people not foreclose on their homes. That's what they need extra a month. And so I just want you to think to yourself, if you're not yet Ruby, what would an extra $500 to $600 a month do for you? You have to give it a value, because that is where your motivation comes from. For me, mine was my extra shift that I was like, you know what, I'm already saying no to that, but I do like the extra money. And I like to be able to pay cash when we go see my family or the things that we want. I don't want to put it on a credit card. So that was my motivation for this business. I'm like, I'm going to replace that. For you, it might be something different. It might be groceries and gas. It might be that it covers daycare. It might be that it covers your monthly student loan. I would have loved this business when I was coming out of school, because I almost puked when I saw what my student loans were as a nurse. I was like, well, I thought I was going to make money, but instead I was paying back some of my education, right? So I want you to know, and if you are past Ruby, this is the thing that I always ask, and I want to tell you guys this, is that when I bring people on board, I instantly ask them, what amount each month could you bring in that would help you breathe a little easier, that would help you stress a little bit less each month? And honestly, you guys, the hotspot is anywhere from $200 to $600, which is crazy, you guys, because we can show people how to do that in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks with our weekly bonus payout. Okay. And so before anybody minimizes that either, $500 extra a month is $6,000 extra a year. If you have 11 rubies on your team and you help 11 people, I'm going to challenge you. I want you to think to yourself, can I help 11 people go Ruby by the end of this year? We're in May. Okay. That's a lot of time to be able to help 11 people. If you commit to helping 11 people go Ruby by the end of this year, you are triple diamond, and that is, you are making $115,000 a year. So your goal of whatever you started with, and if you want to be bold, you can share it in the chat. I love where I start. I share that all the time because I think that's where people relate to you most. I don't sit and say usually like, oh, do you know this? And this is what I make now. Like people, I couldn't have grasped that at all when I first started. So I share over and over my story of why I started, what my starting goal was. So if you are just getting started or your goal seems small, like please do not minimize it, because starting in general and having that vision is all you need. Okay. So every goal that we have, we break down into little steps and we just chip away at it daily. And then by month end, all the work that you've done all month long comes together to create movement. It creates momentum, and you will see that the promotions are happening. Okay. What's amazing, you guys, that we have with It Works in our perks member program is that you can add on, because they're not just ordering 1 month, or they're not just ordering, we can count on the work that we did last month, right? We can count on that, and we can be like, we know those people are ordering a second time. So everything that we do this month is adding on to last month's work. Everything that we do next month adds on to what we've done before that. You guys, it isn't always like that. And the cool thing is that our company focuses on having products that are meant to be used daily. They are not meant for seasons. Okay. And they're very particular in that, and it helps us. And the thing is they don't even when looking to bring on new products, they're not looking for the seasonal products. They are looking for products that you use daily. Okay. So that people that talking about the 3 months, that's easy. Like usually by the second or by that first month, right? They're seeing results. By the second month, they realize how good they feel. By the third month, people usually are seeing transformations and using our products. Usually by the fourth month, they're like, this is my routine at this point. That is our goal when we're doing this. But that's what really helps us in building that momentum and creating that volume that you may think is not doable. But guess what? A lot of you are already hitting on 2,000 in volume. We're going to have a lot of rubies pop this month, and I'm super excited about that. But in doing so, we are also going to have a lot of emeralds and diamonds. And I know that those emeralds and diamonds, they didn't even think they could become a qualified leg. And here they are, they're running for 5,000 in volume. They're running for 8,000 in volume. So I want you to know that what we talk about next is so important, because once you do it, all you're going to do is teach it. Okay. So I am going to share my screen once I can find my little button on here, and I'm going to show you, and we're going to break down Ruby together. And I'm going to show you how doable Ruby is, because our team goal is to have every single person a Ruby and going higher. And that every single person that we enroll after that, once you go Ruby, their goal is to also go Ruby. You guys, if we literally focus on the second rank, we will have all the other ranks following. Okay, so let me share my screen, and I'm going to pull up the map for you guys, and we're going to just dumb this down together. Okay. Why is there just so many pop-ups? It's kind of crazy. Okay. So here we go. The average on this is not going to be right, because I think I have the old one, and I'm just like that. I don't mess with what's not working. Okay. So here we go. We have our Ruby map, and we are just going to break this whole thing down. So if you don't have this yet and you have not gone Ruby, this is what you want to print off. Okay. This is also in our boards. This is in the folder where you can do print offs in the new DT launch. So you have access to this. And then there will be another thing that I'm going to show you guys as well that I want you to have printed off to be working off of. You guys, I will only ever share with you what I'm doing that is working. Okay. So, and we say this all the time, that success leaves clues. And I'm telling you, when we're like, even tomorrow, we have an ambassador Zoom, and it's like, it is so funny. I was on a call with John, and I like had all these papers, and he's like, I love that you still have the hard papers. I'm like, how do you do it without it? Like, I don't really understand. Okay. So anyways, here we go. This is what our map looks like. So there is no question in what you need for any rank that you have your eye on. Okay. But first, if you are not yet Ruby, this is your goal. Okay. So on here, where's my little pointer? Okay, we need 3 distributors. So whenever you see a box on your map, this is a distributor. A distributor is a person that is joining just like you, that wants to be able to use the products at discount, that wants to be able to share these products at discount with their friends, their followers, their network, and they want to be able to make extra income while doing so. Okay, so that's a distributor. So what Ruby is having 3 distributors on your team. Okay. And remember, you guys, we have a 3-kit option for them. So we can start at $99, we can start at $149, or we can start at $249. And all of our startup kits come with full-size products. You guys, if you are not giving that option and you are playing small, you are doing yourself a disservice and you are doing your new people a disservice. I literally always offer because, again, just like it's not my decision of who this business is for, it is my job to share this opportunity, right? It is my job to share the information. It is not my job to choose which startup kit I think somebody can afford, okay? Because here's the thing, you guys, our kits are ridiculously cheaply priced for what we get with it. The other thing is that I want you to know that these kits are meant for our new people to come in and make their money right back. Okay. So whether it is that they start for the 99, if they are wanting to lose weight on their own, or maybe they're wanting to get summer ready, whatever it is, I'm like, guess what? You're going to take pictures and you're going to start using those. And I'm going to help you while you share using those. I'm going to help you with your stories and the core four that we focus on. And we're going to get you your four and a friend. That's $150. They've already made their money back. Okay. 149, same thing, four and a friend, they can make it back. But guess what? They now have some products that they could sample off and they can sell as samples. Okay. Along with being able to pick a few of those products that they want to use themselves. 249, even more products that they can use for themselves, more products that they can market, but they also have their hands on more samples that they can turn around, you guys, and let people try before they sign up to be a Perks member. And here's the thing about letting people try things. That is how I made $1,000 in sample cash my first month in, and I signed 5 distributors my first month in, because the people that were already wanting the wraps and defining gel, which is like would be an auto ship, I was asking them, and they also like saw that transaction of the money, and they're like, wait, if I'm going to sign up to be a customer, you just made cash on my sample. Plus, now you're going to make commissions. Like, it starts turning in their head and they're like, this chick's making some good money, right? And so they're like, I already know people that would want what I'm doing. Or if I share this, that I know they would ask. So I want you to be paying attention. You can get these 3 a lot faster than you think you can just by sharing and being open why you started, and you have your eyes and your ears open. You guys, people are praying for an opportunity like this, but sometimes they need the invite to have the confidence to get started. Okay, so you have to be bold enough to be asking people because they need that in you. And I can tell you that if somebody wouldn't have offered it to me, I probably wouldn't have even known this was an option. Like, I saw my friend posting about it. I was going to go get products from her, but I didn't know that this was an opportunity. So we can't assume that people know, okay? So when you see qualified leg right here, this is 400 in volume, okay? And I'm going to talk about this. And volume comes from when a Perks member goes and they order on your website, right? The volume comes with the products that they're ordering. Each product has an assigned volume, and then it starts adding up as you get your 4, okay? And you guys know we get Perks members from posting. We get Perks members from sharing before and afters. We're live on our stories. We're sharing products that we are using ourselves, what we love about them. You guys, that is pretty much where all my Perks members come from. And some of them, if you're getting started and dabbling in, some of you are doing host to post. I know Danny just kind of started diving into host to post a little, and she's got a lot of loyal customers or Perks members in the last little bit, and in a really short amount of time. But at the end of the day, what it is that somebody is still posting for you, right? You're still posting. It doesn't go away from it. It's just a different way of doing so. So I want you to know that this is 400 in volume, okay? And then if we even break it down a little further, I'm going to show you this. And have you guys seen this, or do you know where to print this off? I want you, I was going to say put it in the chat, but I can't find my freaking chat. Okay. Why don't you pop in the chat if you know, if you know where to get this or you have this printed off, I want you to put a 1. If you do not, I want you to put a 2, because I'm going to show you where to go get this sucker. Okay. Because I'm going to tell you, for me, I have a goal for myself to do a 4 and a friend every single week. That's my goal, personal goal for myself. Okay. Sometimes, you guys, even with that goal, sometimes I end up getting 8 Perks members, or maybe I'll get 6 Perks members. And then the next week, because of the messages that I'm doing, I'll get like 2 Perks members and then 2 distributors or whatever it is. I don't care how it evens out, but that's my goal. Okay, that's my goal. And I'm going to show you why. So most of you do know where to get this, right? But I have to remember the numbers that I put. I think so. If you do not know where to get this and you're shy and you just are like, I don't want to sell myself out for a second. If you go into your It Works app and you go to learn, and then you go to the earning income one, and it breaks down the quick start program. Okay. So this is literally what this sheet is for. But it breaks it down. If you click on that, the printable weekly bonus tracker is under there. Wow, that's not like showing up because my thing, but it's right under here. Okay, so everybody has access to this. So I want to show you this because I think that this is super important. And again, you guys already know that I'm huge about, I'm gonna just cancel this out. If you guys have a question, just unmute yourself, okay? But I'm really big about having these things in front of you. So here's the deal that I want to show you. We were just talking about volume, right? So you're coming in and I even have a few examples for you guys. Okay, you're coming in and you're going for your perks members, okay? So you're doing yours already. And if you have this goal, you're going for 4 perks members, right? It has it right here. And then the minimum volume that you want with those orders added up is 300 BV, because guess what? You then get a perks member bonus, and that's a $50 bonus that gets paid out to you the next Friday that you have completed it. Okay, that's not even part of your commissions, although you are building your commissions with every single person that's ordering on your website. But this is just a little extra. Then when you pair it with a distributor, okay, when you pair it with a distributor, now you're getting an extra 100. So that's $150 in weekly bonuses. That doesn't even include your commission check that you are also building throughout the month. Okay, now here's what I want to show you guys that I think is super important, is just examples of products together, because again, you guys, this is so doable. This is so doable, but you have to remember in what you're offering. So for me, you can think to yourself, like, a month supply of coffee is 61 BV. Okay, and again, these are things that you can find on your website. Eventually, after you've done it a long time, you just weirdly have these numbers in your head just from mapping and doing all the things. Okay, but just think, you have that and Simply Aloe together. Like, I love coffee. I do the Simply Aloe every single morning. I actually don't think I've signed a single perks member without Simply Aloe on their order since it came out. Like, I'm not even kidding. It is probably one of my favorite products. Okay, so that is 91 BV. So you have to think, you guys, if you had 4 people, that's what you focused on, or you gave your new distributor something like that to focus on, you guys, that's 360 BV. You just set them up for success to earn their first $50 bonus. Now, when they also have their auto ship ready, which is 80 BV, they are going to already be over 400. They are already going to be over 400. Now, even another example, if you're like, well, Sarah, I have a lot of people that don't drink coffee. I actually can't believe there are as many people in this world that don't drink coffee, but there is a lot. Okay. So I also love gut health stuff. So again, just an example, if you're like, I need volumes to focus on. So when I think gut health, I love the greens cold brew coffee because it has the probiotics and prebiotics, and then the aloe. You guys, those 3 things together is 151 BV. Like, you have 4 customers that are doing that. You are well over your 300, and you are well over even having a qualified leg already. Okay. So that's just like my little gut health trio. We have even a gut health like pack that has some of those in it. That has the greens, the cold brew, the shake, and the Simply Aloe in it as well. But I love the greens, cold brew, and aloe. That's 151 BV. I sell a lot of that. They are also getting free shipping because it's over $149. So they like that. Okay. Our customers like that. Another one, Slimming Trio. Slimming Trio is actually one of our top selling packs. Like, it is so freaking hot. And they tell it comes up in the reports all the time. Okay. So that is a top selling pack. You add aloe to that, that is a 90 BV order. Okay, so again, you have 4 customers, you guys, and you are already hitting well over the 300 BV. Okay, so you have to think, if they are getting that and you use those combos, they're at 360 BV. Say you do the smallest one, I think it was like 90 BV that I gave you. If you do 3 of those, you have all 3 of your distributors are doing that. They each have 360. Okay, then they have their 80 BV auto ships that are going. Okay, So now they're at wow, I hate doing math on the spot, 440. Okay. And then you yourself, you are doing this and you're like, maybe you're on your second month, right? And that's okay. You have this volume from last month that you did the 150. Maybe this month you're pushing for 2 foreign friends and you're going for this. If you have 3 of those, you have that volume, right? So you have that minimum volume of 300. So I'm even selling you a little short, okay? But you would have reached that minimum volume of that 300. So you times that by 3, that's 900. Your 3 DTs are also, they're doing one of these, right? Because you have your 3 DTs, they're doing one of it. It's their first month in, we're getting them going. They do one of those. That's 300 BV times 3 is another 900. You are already at 1800 in volume. Okay. You guys are each running your auto ships at 80 BV. And that's, again, I'm doing minimum. So that's 4 of you running your auto ships, right? Here's you. These are all getting, that's the only way we carry products, right? And have products on hand is with our auto ship. That's 320 BV. You guys, that's over 2000 already. That's minimum. You're at 2120 BV. You are Ruby. That is what you just did. Okay. And what's amazing is that along the way, you earned yourself, I'm going to move this over. If you're doing that, you earned yourself $350 bonuses. Okay. So that's $450. And because, oh my gosh, don't stop video. Oh my gosh. I hope that didn't do that. Okay. And because you did 3 foreigner friends, you actually earn another $350 weekly bonus. This is not even your monthly commission check. You guys, that is how simple you can break down Ruby. Okay. So here's the thing. Once you go Ruby, then what you're going to do is you teach Ruby to your 3 newest team members. You push them and you tell them you want to get 3 of these within your quick start. Okay, so that's like their first 3 months of starting. They want to hit that as fast as they can. You guys can earn as many of these as you want. So there is 0 limits on how fast you do this. But just know when you do 3 of those, you're earning those weekly bonuses, right? And so if somebody wants to do the math, you can do the math. What is that? I have to do the math. It's $800. Okay. So you've earned already $800 teaching them to build themselves to Ruby. And then you will have 3 of your team members already earning their $150 bonus and you are Ruby. You guys, we cannot overcomplicate that because as soon as you have 3 people do that and you've done this right here and earned yourself a builder business or builder bonus, you are Ruby. And then if you have 3 people do exactly what you just did, you're diamond. You're freaking diamond. You're making $2,800 a month. Okay. And I'm just going to show you what that looks like because again, you guys, we do not need to overcomplicate these. Okay. And there's a lot of money on the table for you guys to be able to change your life, to pay off debt, to like have Eatworks covering a lot of your bills, but also help a lot of people do the same exact thing. Okay. So look at on this map. Here's your Ruby. Here's another Ruby. And there's another Ruby. So this breakdown that we just did tonight, you do it. And then you literally teach your new person to do the exact same thing. They're already going to have their foreigner friend done. And then you're going to teach them to do it 2 more times. And then they're going to have their 3 people do foreigner friend. That's it. They're going to make $800 in weekly bonuses while doing it. And then they're going to go Ruby very quickly. Okay. So I want to make sure, I'm going to stop this for just a second because I can't see my chat. I don't like that. Okay. I just want to make sure that you guys don't have any questions on that. Like that all makes sense. Okay. So you guys, I don't go outside of that. Even when I'm onboarding new people, I literally do not go outside of that. And every time that we have somebody enrolling, I let them know like, hey, go find your tracker. I show them where to find it in their app. And I'm like, every time you have a new Perks member, I want you to watch that volume move. I want you to see how close you are to your $50 bonus. I want you to show those things. When you hit that, I want you to say it in your stories because what it shows is it shows that other people can do it. And that's exactly what we need to be showing for people to be wanting to come on our team. And you guys, it's not hard. All we're doing to make these things happen, to make Foreign a Friend happen, is we are posting, we are using our stories, we literally on our Diamond Hive page on Instagram give you stories. Nobody gave me stories. Okay. Just telling you, nobody gave me stories. So we are giving you stories. There are sample posts. And next week, we are actually going to have our Wednesday call based on posting. Because here's the thing, I am not good with words, but if you can be resourceful, you can be good at anything. Plain and simple. Okay. So there's one thing that I want to teach every single one of you. It is to be resourceful, because you guys, we have so many resources that are at your fingertips, even more than we ever had before. And again, that's not to overwhelm you in any way, but if you know where to go find them, you will never feel stuck. You will never be like, oh, I didn't know what to post, or I didn't know what to share on my stories. You will always have things. You are supported in completing these core four, but you do need to hold yourself accountable in completing them. Okay. So we're just doing the same things. We're messaging, we're doing our follow-ups, we're inviting people. And like last week, Danielle said, you guys, she sends out 30 asks a day. And even if you're like, I don't know about 30, but I'm going to start with 10, or I'm going to start with 15. You guys, you will work your way up to that, but you have to start somewhere. You have to be messaging. Growing our network, we know we're doing host to post. We're adding people to our network to follow, or we're doing reels. Those are pretty much your three ways that you are going to be growing your network and allowing more eyes to come on to your content that you are sharing. You guys, I will tell you, I've been consistent with reels on Instagram. Instagram's like my hotspot. I do love Facebook too. I just kind of use both, but Instagram's like my jam. And with just in starting to do reels, I was just telling the girls this the other day, within like a 2-week time span, my views and visits to my page is up by 1,100 people. 1,100 people. Like, I like to see numbers like that, because I want to know what we're doing and where we're working is working like we want it to. And I love that I randomly got this like update on my Instagram that told me that. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So again, if you're like feeling like you need new people, like I hear people say, well, my friends don't want to buy from me, or my family, they don't have to. They don't have to. Like, my friends, well, my friends did. My family definitely did not buy from me until I was like double diamond. You don't need them to. You don't need the people who don't want to buy from you to buy from you. You just need to find the right people, and you need new eyes on your stuff. Okay. So you have to be willing to go out and be able to do the things that allows that to happen on your page. And then obviously interacting, because you guys, that's what you were doing probably anyways when you saw anybody else's posts. And the thing is that builds relationships, and that's what this business is about. If you are connecting with people, you will be easily building this business. Okay, so those are our 4 core things. We do not steer outside of those things to make the 4 and a friends, to make Ruby happen, to duplicate Ruby. We are all doing the same 4 core things over and over. Okay. And if you guys have anything that you want to share in the chat that I didn't hit on, or that you found helpful while going Ruby, you are more than welcome to do that. But I wanted to keep tonight super simple, super clear. And I wanted to break it down, because I think so many times we overcomplicate this, but really, you guys, if you're not a numbers person, or you're like, I'm not a hard paper person, or that type of thing, I want to tell you, you need to become that. You need to become that until you start understanding the concept behind what you need for Ruby. Okay. And I will tell you, I did never thought I would be in a leadership position, but can I tell you what helped me guide my people? It was having their maps in front of me, and it was telling them and cheering them on for every little step that they did. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so close to this, or you're so close to this, or you only need this, right? And you know what? When you have people cheering you on, it's absolutely amazing what you actually can accomplish. And you look back and you're like, what the heck? Like, I'm over here going and my team's pulling in 4,000 in sales, or 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever it is. And you didn't even think you could get a customer when you first started. So that is literally how I learned to lead my team, is by having the maps printed and having my team do the same exact thing. And then we would break it down step by step. It is not just hoping it happens. It's not just like, oh, we're enrolling and we hope things are falling in place. Like, it's not like that. But you know what's fun? Is it's more of like a game that you piece together. And when you have intention, you will be promoting. Plain and simple. Okay. Lisa just shared, for trajectory's sake, I've been doing reels consistently for 2 months and my views are up 3.5 thousand. You guys, I'm telling you, reels is where it's at. And they are easy. Like, you don't even have to show your face. Like, if you're a good cook, like, start sharing recipes. And the thing is not all the reels that we're doing are It Works reels. Like they're not even related to that. Some of them are mom reels, some of them are lifetime reels, some of them are recipes, and then we'll randomly throw in some like business ones or some product ones or whatever it is. So you can mix it up however you want to. Okay. So just remember that to get to where you want to be, you have to know what it looks like. And that is why we have maps. That is why It Works provides maps. That's why, and then we also know to get to this big goal that we have to do the little steps in between. And they are literally incentivizing us to do so. They give us the small wins all throughout the month with those perks member bonuses and those fast start bonuses, the builder bonuses. That's legit. Like that's legit, right? You've already done the work for those three. And then they're like, hey, we're just going to throw in an extra $350 because you're awesome. Okay. So then once you go Ruby, you're going to teach Ruby. That is what you're going to do. And before you know it, you guys, you are going to have 11 rubies and you're going to be triple diamond by the end of 2023. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, please pop them in the chat. If you think of something after, you can go into our team convo and you can put that. I'm going to keep the recording so that we can come back to this or help our new people do this, but don't overcomplicate it. I want you to see it. I want you to pray for it and I want you to work for it. And by the end of the month, we're going to be celebrating it. Okay. Love you guys.